sitting.
Yeah.
So there were all these young actors wearing German uniforms and submachine guns, sitting talking to people playing Jewish prisoners in this cafe, which says something weird about filmmaking.
Strange world. Let's talk about the end of the film. There's a lot of sexual action in this. Neil Jordan wanted it, didn't he, in the film? The director, that is.
Yeah, he said, you know, this is so much of the emotions in this revolve around passion and sexual desire, and we have to show it.
Yes.
And I agreed with him. So
you agreed that you had to show it.
well, I show some of it.
I would ask you if you have one of those strange pouches. You know, they have very strange pouches, don't they, for sort of decency's sake, occasionally, which you can get away with, which is like a sort of a black triangle that's blue tacked to your tackle.
It sounds horrible.
Oh, it's quite fun, actually. A bit painful to get off.
Well, we'll see a bare bum on the thing occasionally. But I mean, but what's it about? My wife said, "Is it his own?" But
no, it's computer graphic imaging.
but I mean, what about the business of being of playing a sex scene? I mean, and one or two. I mean, it's a very passionate relationship you have with this woman in the film, and the love scenes are played in a very passionate manner. When you get a script like that, do you actually say, "Oh my God" or "Oh boy"? I mean, what's the reaction?
When you first read it, it says they make love, and you go, yeah, right, okay. What's next? And then Neil says, so what about these love scenes? What are we going to do? I don't know, Neil. What are we going to do? And then we did a screen test, I remember. And he said, we're just going to try something, because I want just to try something, how the camera might move when you're making love. And I think you're a bit embarrassed. I didn't know Julianne that well, and we weren't naked. I mean, we were partially dressed, underpants or whatever, underwear. And it's just fine, but maybe, Rafe, you can put your head, and he sort of got my head and said, put your head there. And it was like, I said, is that how you're going to direct these scenes, Neil? You're going to grab us and push us? No, I think in the end, you have to, you know, you tentatively say, well, I could do that and put my hand there, and then I could do this, and then you could do that, undo the button here, and then it's all quite tentative, and then you giggle and laugh, and then after a while you lose your self-consciousness and it becomes mechanical. You want to find out a realistic way of showing people making love. And, you know, there has to be an element of trust as the cameraman. The lighting is really important. I mean, the thing is, I think the film sells the intensity of the lovemaking.
Yes.
It's through the camera and the lighting.
Yeah.
The camera moves in a certain way. And I think as an actor on film, you are so reliant on the director and the cinematographer, because you can be doing a great performance, and the camera can be behind your head.
The camera's on your arse. It's a waste of a performance.
Another film of yours that I saw as well, that's going the rounds at present, is Onegin, which is very much a family affair, because it's directed by your sister Martha.
Martha, yeah.
And the music's by one of your brothers.
Magnus,
that's right. And reading about you, you were an extraordinary family, weren't you, the Fiennes, bound together by this remarkable mother of yours. I mean, she had a profound influence on all her children.
She was, well, she loved us all unconditionally, as did my father, but one of the things she believed very much is that every child should be given room and encouragement and support to express themselves in whatever way that child went, whether it was maths or science or tree doctoring or musician or whatever. She would say, go on, do it, try it. And I think that has given us all a sort of confidence, I suppose.
What else then is in the pipeline for you? Because you are, in technical terms, hot. It's been a remarkable career you've had, and you're balancing. I suppose that the problem you've got, it's not a problem, but it's something you have to think about in terms of the career, is balancing the theatre and films.
Well, I'm about to start. I've had this partnership, if you like, with a the director Jonathan Kent, who runs the Almeida Theatre in North London, and we did a Hamlet together about 5 years ago, and then we did a Chekhov play about 3 years ago, and now we're taking on 2 Shakespeare plays, Richard II and Coriolanus as a double bill. They're not, Coriolanus is not often done. They're very different plays. Richard is a very lyrical play, and Coriolanus is a very charged, hard-edged political thriller. But there's sort of crossovers between the plays, especially to do with men in power who are conditioned to have power, but through some fault in their soul or personality can't use their power badly. They abuse their power, if you like, and they're very different. One is sort of Richard is quite a self-dramatizing, lyrical figure, and Coriolanus is a martial figure, but they have this connection.
And that's in then movies?
Movies, nothing planned. Nothing planned.
You don't fancy playing a banana?
I do, yeah.
I think it'd be perfect.
I think that's would be...
Because if I could have got you, I'd do the bloody picture.
We can talk about it later.
Oh, really?
Well, thank you very much indeed for talking to me, and all the best with the End of the Affair, and also in Jägin. I enjoyed seeing the two of them. I enjoyed talking to you. Ralph Fiennes.
Thank you.
Now, my final guest tonight is a working-class kid from Manchester.